Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Welcome to Build the Batmobile from the classic 1966 TV series Batman from our good old friends at Fanhome. Now today we're going to be doing issues 84 and issues 85, folks, okay? So if you'd like to grab this, head over to the Fanhome website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop, and you too can be building this iconic Batmobile. So let's have a quick scope through today's magazines. TV show there, Batman displays his knowledge. Great Batman comics, The Man Who Laughs there. Batman 08, Year by Year. Continuation there. Again, another dark, sinister bit of artwork there, folks. Continuation of Batman Year by Year there. Gotham Underground, it says over there. Our car parts today. This would have been a little bit of an easy one. That's why we're doing two. You get your bulkhead, a couple of bits there for the fuse box and a lead, and then that would have been it. Have a look at that. That's what you got, 2 bits of plastic. So I wanted to give you a little bit more than that today. We've got issue 85, Vengeance of Bane. Here's the great Batman comics. TV show there was a piece of the action. You then got continuation, Red Robin there. Bane there. What have we got there? This was the City Sirens. Superman there. Batman with stubble. First time I've seen that. Your car parts today. We've got the battery, brackets, vent plugs, terminals. We're going to be building the battery and the coil. And we'll be attaching these all together. Fitting the starter motor together. Attaching things to the bulkhead. Running our leads to the appropriate places. And then by the end of today, we've got a little bit more going on the bulkhead for you folks, okay? That's what we're going to be up to today. So I'll move these out of the way. We'll come back and we'll start a bit of assembly, okay? So let's grab our pump and our lead from there and get these together. So we've got a semicircle piece there. So we want the curved bar on our left. Just like so. Grab the other off, and you've got a matching semicircle there. And that's just going to press them 2 halves together, like so. Big resistance fit. And then we're going to be putting the lead on the right side there. Give that a little jiggly to get it to go into place. Like that. And then that will go on the bulkhead. So that's that issue done. That's what that would have been. So we want now to grab our battery and its relevant bracket and a pair of TP screws. So let's grab those. Bit of oil on the back of that. And we'll fire this together. So it goes straight up underneath there. And we can screw that home. Grab the next screw. Grab one on his own at the back there. Same again, bit of oil. Like that. And we'll send you home as well. Give that a little squeeze with the fingers. And just pinch that together now. And again, just nip them up. Don't go too tight because you'll end up snapping the posts off at the top of the battery. So that's the battery in situ. We then want our terminals, one of those and one of those, and we can put them in place, folks, okay? And they're semicircled, so they can only go to one way. And it lets the terminals then sit at the appropriate angle. So that one. And then the other one should be round about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I do believe. Like that. Get rid of them nubs. Right, so that's them nubs gone. Didn't like them, so we got a shot of them. Right, now let's put in our little terminal caps, which are these yellow pieces here. Simple press fit, folks. We'll have them. Pliers of persuasion greenness. And start popping these in. There you go. That's one. There you go. That's the second one in. We'll try and hold them by the posts. And then try and get the next one in. There you go. And do the next one. There you go. There you go. Well go. And then last but no means least, this one. We will go around, put a bit of glue on some of these, I think. Like that. Well, that's them all done. That was a faff. Let's grab a bit of extra fin, because I don't want any of these to ping out. And if it's going to happen to anyone, it will be me. And what this does is just welds these in. A little bit of capillary reaction. Scoots down the side there and melts them all together. That's the battery sorted. We can now reattach that to its bracket, because I took it out because it was just a lot easier for me to grip the battery with it back off of the bracket. This worked better for me. So let's pop this back on like that. And then do the same with that. Bingo. So that's the battery done. Right, so we want to grab our fuse box, and we'll want this little section here now. So we want to press this in place. Little semicircle on the back there. So we want to grab you and shove you just on the end there, like so. Press that fully home, which it is. And then get the rear part of the starter motor, which is here. Well, I say starter motor, it's actually an ignition coil, but there you go. So we want to pop that on the back, like that, and get that in place. And then we want to fix this onto the bracket as well, okay? Putting the lead on first, Cole. And then that will attach to the middle of the distributor, okay? So let's pop that in place. Press fit, but I'm going to glue it. purely because there is potential for popping back off there. Too easy a fit that was. So I'm going to glue both of these in place. Just for my own benefit. There you go. Because I'm quite heavy-handed. And if anyone's going to pull that off, it's going to be me. So we can now fit the battery box with a pair of TP screws. Let's just move my pliers. Don't need them now. Let's bring in the bulkhead. Grab one of these screws ready. And we can fit the battery tray. There you go. Let that do its thing. And we want this with the steering cut out on the back there. Okay, like so. And then the battery is going right there. So let's grab that and pull that into situ, just like so. Okay. It'll naturally fall into its position because it's angled, tapered, etc. And we're going in here. So I'm going to loosely do the first one. Then we'll grab the second one. Little bit of oil. Just like so. And then we'll do the same again with this side. Like that. Now we can just hold the battery itself. And then gently nip them up, folks. Don't go too mad. Like that. And then just give it a final nip. Like so. Okay, so that's the battery now in place. We then want to bring this piece in. Up that way. With the coil facing that way. And the pump facing that way. Or the fuse box. And that's going to go in over there. Okay. So let's just grab a pair of TPs. Oil them up. And get that in place. So let's send you there. Make sure my pegs locate as they should, which they are. Let's pre-cut them. You notice I'll do a couple of turns and I'll back out. It's just an old thing I can remember from back in the day at school. When you used to cut threads with a tap and die set back in the day. You used to always do a couple of turns forward, couple back, just to pull any swarf out. And that's all I'm doing. I'll do the same with that one. I like to pre-cut me threads purely simply because where they're flat, the screw could sometimes bounce back out the end when you're trying to assemble two bits together. So what I tend to do before I cut the thread is I tend to put the pointed bit of my scalpel blade in and just give it a little conical twist. And that just lets me have a bit of play on it. All right, let's pop you back in there. And then line up the first hole. We should now get the screw to engage neatly. Just like that. Give it a nip. Grab the next one. A little bit of oil. Pop. Do the same again on that side. There you go. And then as it pulls it together, the washer that's built into the screw will automatically just line itself up with the little cutout in the back of this. Like that. Done. But neato. We can now connect our big lead together, which is over there. So let's put you in place. Bung you out of the way for a minute. And that is going over on here. Okay. On that little terminal. So let's just pop you in situ. And then we'll get my tweezers off tweezerness. And we should be able to pull that along the terminal then. Give it another twist. Like so. So that's that all sorted. And then we can just pop that lead down and around out the way. Like that. Okay. That lead is then going to be left up going to the dizzy. So we'll just pull you out the way just for a sec. Because I want to tuck that down the back there. Like that. There you go. Neatens it up, doesn't it, eh? Eh? Like that. You wouldn't want that big old flappy lead slapping about, would you? Right. So that's where we are today, folks. It is stage 1 of the bulkhead, all done and dusted. So if you'd like to grab this and build one of these along with me, head over to the Fanhome website. There's a clickable link in the description below. Pop. And you too can be building this iconic Batmobile. Also, to help me out, if you can just click little Festa in the corner there and subscribe to me channel. I really do appreciate it, folks. Helps the channel grow, keeps it alive. Ring the bell whilst you're there to get notified of upcoming future content. In the meantime, thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.